What's going on, Real Reds? Welcome to the breaking news show, transfer show, whatever it is you want to call it. We've finally got the news that we've all been waiting for, which has felt like it's been a month, but it's actually only been about a week. Andre Onana is officially signing for Manchester United, and that is Damartio, who's just literally released that in the last, I'd say, 15, 20 minutes, something along the lines of that. Absolutely huge for us. Our second signing, it's not obviously Manchester United haven't announced it, but Damartio saying it, it's basically good as gold when it comes to reports coming out of Italy. So we'll get more reaction on that as it comes out and we'll speak about it. But Adam, just give us your first initial reaction. I know we've spoken about him in depth about Onana and what he'll bring to this team and stuff like that. But are you personally excited about this and what is he going to bring to United for you?
I really can't wait to see this, especially from playing out of the back. He's going to add a lot to our style of play. He's also a really good shot stopper. I watched a lot of the Inter Milan games in the Champions League, and he pulled off some really good saves. He's a bit of a sweeper keeper too, so we're going to have to kind of be prepared for a while to have our, I suppose, our hearts in our throats. And yeah, one other thing is he claims crosses. Like we've been honestly starving for so long for someone like this. He controls his area really well. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to David De Gea. He's a really good shot stopper, probably the best shot stopper for me in terms of goalkeeping in the last 10 years. But like where he lacked is kind of where we're going. Especially in the way we want to play. So that had to be made. That decision had to be made. I'm trying to think else now. Obviously, they want him before, going off to the US, kind of get used to his new teammates. That's going to be a big, I suppose, advantage because it's what we lacked last season. We didn't have a proper preseason, did we, for a few of the players? Eventually, we just decided to throw money at the end when pressure was on the actual owners. So, look, it's good that he's actually in early, getting ready, going, hopefully flying out now with the lads. If not officially, then maybe join up with them before one of the games. So I'm really looking forward to this signing.
My cat's obviously excited because it's meowing its head off. I don't know if you can hear that on the mic and the feedback, but it's clearly you're happy. Yeah, sound nice.
That's Bruno giving the captains welcome.
There we go. See, it all links. People are thinking Bruno. What you're talking about? My cat's called Bruno, just for reference. Sam, we've spoken about Andrew. I know that's a different story that we could probably do half an hour about. But yeah, we've spoken about it at length, didn't we, on literally about how long was it live? About 2 hours ago, something like that, with James in depth. Yeah. But the price tag in consideration is quite good in it. 43 million, we believe it to be pounds, that is, not euros. With 50 million plus add-ons. To get a keeper of that quality, it's quite nice, isn't it? To bring him in.
Yeah, no, we knew we had to get somebody in because obviously David De Gea left. Probably not in the best way, but like he left the club. Whether that was his choice or United's choice, there was a lot of stuff about contract, and then probably we withdrew a contract. But then I saw reports recently where that wasn't the case. There was just a verbal thing, and so there's a lot of conflicting stuff. Either way, should have been dealt with better, and David De Gea should have got to say goodbye in the right way. So we really needed a goalkeeper, and our other options were Tom Heaton, who, all respect to him, isn't top
Golden Glove winner, number one Tom Heaton.
Yeah, absolutely. I like the guy, but yeah, and then Dean Henderson, who basically burned his bridge when he went on loan to Nottingham Forest and basically said a lot of shit in an interview, and I don't think many fans were happy with that. And we were sort of like umming and ahhing over Onana, and got the deal done. Not only did we get the deal done, we didn't overpay for him, which is another good thing. That's another transfer we've done where we haven't overpaid. Well, some could say we'd overpaid slightly for Mason Mount, but we didn't pay what Chelsea were wanting. So we came to a compromise. Same with Onana. We've come to a compromise. It's a good deal. Ten Hag wanted him. He's got him. It was his first choice, and he's got him. And that's exactly what you want walking through the door. And like Adam said, he's going to take some serious getting used to, because if you watch this guy play and what we've been used to, where David De Gea is nailed to his 6-yard line and just doesn't go beyond it, this guy is waltzing into the centre circle of midfield at times, just kicking the ball, likes to dummy players, likes to take people on. He will make mistakes, he will pass the ball, make it astray, but the advantages are going to far outweigh the cons. Like, he's going to be able for us to play further up the pitch. He's going to be able to knock passes and actually distribute the ball to our players, which we've not been able to do for like 12 years. So that's another thing that's going to think. So yeah, just so many positives coming out of that. I'm so happy that he signed. I'm so happy that he signed now. So we get to go, like, the next game, I think it's Wednesday against Lyon. I don't know if he'll play in that. I don't imagine so, but he will play a part in the American tour, which is fantastic. That's when we want players in early, want them to gel with the team. And we've got that. Mason Mount's in early, Onana's in early, and they're going to play in pre-season, which last season we had Terrell Malacia, and that was it. So all good news,
Absolutely. That's the importance for me, getting him on the plane for America so we can start to integrate with the team. I'm kind of hoping the transitional phase will be much kind of clearer with Ten Hag being there. He knows what to expect. He knows what system he's coming into. Now, the lights under Old Trafford are quite big, so maybe there'll be a settling in period, but I feel like he's that kind of keeper who's got the confidence. You've seen it in his personality that he can deal with that. Now, for all the members that are in the chat, we've got 27 people in the chat in a minute. Do leave a like on the video, subscribe, get your thoughts, and we're going to get into every single one of your comments as always. For you guys, just as important. But there is a video dropping on Onana, whether we drop it tonight or in the morning, not entirely sure, but it's been done, it's edited, and that's a deeper analytical look at what he will bring, how he'll revolutionise Eric Ten Hag's Manchester United. So if you want to become a member, there's a link in the bio, or just click the join button next to the notification bell for exclusive content every single week, a Badge 16 name, and a chance to feature on the show as well. And I've not even played this sound yet, so I'm going to play this sound for you guys.
Before you do,
expect more of that.
I am going to put the membership link in the chat.
Yes, sir.
So if you do want to join it, you want to see this Onana video, I will put it out tonight. Tell you what, if we get one more member, I'll put it out tonight. How's that?
Yeah, that's fair enough. If we get one member joining tonight, we'll drop the Onana video.
Yeah.
Just literally 10 minutes, deep dive into him, history, how he's going to fit into the squad, what he was like under Eric Ten Hag, and how he's basically helped Inter Milan kind of developing their style of play as well. So, yeah, in terms of maybe a bit of movement on the Henderson deal now, Adam, are you expecting that to pick up quite quickly now? Maybe we can ship him off to Nottingham Forest, and how much do you think you see we'll probably get for Henderson going forward?
I think, I think that's going to pick up pace now. They obviously kept him on standby just in case, but they done the exact same with David De Gea. Yeah. They were keeping him on standby and in the dark for a while, and then obviously he tweeted a few things like, the place is basically a circus. But I think you might be seeing that deal go through now. I reckon they had him on standby. He's not going to be on the plane, I don't think, to the US anyway. So they'll confirm the squad, I'm sure, before everyone's on the plane. So we'll know the answer by then. Realistically, I think we should be looking for the guts of, like, he's a young Premier League proven goalkeeper. And they don't come cheap now. If everyone's looking for, what was it, nearly 45 million for, was it David Raya? They were looking for
40, was it? Spurs?
It's from around that ballpark area anyway, yeah.
We should be looking at 30 million at least. And then if you think about it, we've let one goalkeeper go on massive wage. We've also let another keeper go who was on a high wage, but we're actually getting money back from him. 15 million and at lower wage for Onana. And then we can obviously, I know we're looking at Suzuki, is it? In the Japanese league. That's really, really good business. I don't often say that about us, but on the books it looks good. For FFP as well, with Dean Henderson being a homegrown player. So yeah, I reckon that deal will be done. Maybe not done, but he won't be on the plane to the US. So I reckon that's going to pick up pace.
I was mentioning before when we were speaking with James, and go check that out if you guys missed that. Very insightful. Spoke about the takeover, the Onana and himself, and transfers, and the ridiculous price for Rasmus Højlund. So do check that out after this. But we're speaking about it before, and you can see the tactical difference that each player is going to bring. Like why he wanted Mason Mount in. He got that press off the ball. He's going to press up high up the pitch, that counter press as well. And then you've got, the kind of interchangeability, the versatility as well between both. And then if you can bring in someone like a Rasmus or Gonçalo Ramos, who's a great presser, great at receiving the ball into feet, but then intelligent as well to make the runs and get the goals. And then Onana as well, it practically becomes like your fifth defender. How he comes, he's like the anchor behind the defence. It's really, really weird how it works. But just for your first phase build-up, which Manchester United always struggle with, creating them overloads is just going to be so much better for all. You got Lissandro, Onana playing out from the back now. like these were the guys who Ten Hag was kind of relying on when, players like De Jong left and these kind of, you need players like that in your team in order to go forward. And I can just see it in my head now. Onana to Lissandro to Mount on the half turn, Bruno, and then Rashford or whoever it is. Like I can see it I can see what Ten Hag's going for basically. So I'm really, really happy about it. And yeah, let's get into some comments if we can.
Yeah. Let's have a gander. Lots of people in chat appreciate all the support. It's always really, really appreciated. Brian Casey, he's essentially a fifth defender. Absolutely. Yes. He absolutely is. Shout out to Brian Casey of Real Reds Ultra. Red Devil Yannick, now we need a striker. Yeah, I think that's the next. We need to get that done as soon as possible. Tommy, Nick's mate, been papering over the cracks for years with De Gea. Onana will revolutionise this team. Excited to build on this. Absolutely. Hi, guys, from Vince Bullock. What's up, Vince? Hope you're well. Brian Casey, getting Mount and Onana for around 90 million is decent business. Absolutely. Yeah, that'd be great. Go get that Henderson money now. That's from Confidel. Yeah, absolutely. Brian Casey saying sign up everyone. It's well worth it. See, there's a guy who's a Real Reds Ultra and he's telling you it's worth it. Yes. I can't give you any more than that.
Yeah.
CF Ent is saying stoked. Absolutely. Yeah, we're the same. Sergio Jr. Yes, boys. What's up, Sergio? Hope you're well. And then Tommy, I'd be interested to see a comparison analysis between Kovar and the Suzuki. There you go, Nick. Maybe an idea for the Real Reds Ultras.
I am open to doing that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. CFN, who's ready for a few heart attacks? Yeah, I'm not going to get used to this soon. Like when I'm in Old Trafford, I'm going to be panicking.
I was going to say it'd be the right heart attack then, but I was like, well, that's not really a thing to have. But with De Gea, when he comes out against Sevilla, you're like, oh, dear God, no. Dear God, you just know. Well, Onana, you're like, oh, well, at least he's, competent in that area, so it's not too bad.
I'll never forget your reaction to that De Gea mistake. You're like, oh, God.
But it was. I'm sure everybody was like that.
Yeah,
the trapping, like you just like.
I don't know what he was trying to do. Like, he looked at it, I was like, is he trying to trap it? Is he trying to take a touch? I don't understand what he was trying to do. Anyway, just a couple more.
Play the ball.
Couple more comments. Wait, what? I thought he was just holding a signed menu. That's from Prabrav. No, I mean he might have been, but he is. He's signed. It's done.
Yes.
Brian Casey. No, it was not an envelope, Prabrav. The Inter lads did a whip round for him. And then Prab's asking what a whip round is. A whip round is basically where everybody puts money in an envelope for somebody who's leaving a workplace or something like that. That's what we're about.
Yeah, we was thinking of doing the same with Real Reds for Harry Maguire, a little whip round to get to build it.
Well, the P45 went down so well, didn't it? Yeah.
I was waiting for that.
Robert Encia, until I see him holding a jersey. I understand your skepticism, but Damasio's normally quite reliant, and the whole news beforehand with Romano and other places has been saying it's basically imminent within a couple of hours. So yeah,
Marzio used to be basically what Fabrizio
Romano,
is right now.
Yeah.
Romano kind of overtook it. It was almost like it was his intern at one point.
Yeah.
Remember, this is not the end for number one goalkeeper Tom David Heaton. That's for Vince.
Classic. Absolutely classic.
Funny.
Is that everything? Yeah.
That's it so far.
Let me just. I'm not gonna.
I mean, I've just seen a comment from Pravlich. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna read it. Whip round sounds like hitting T-Bates whipping his ass for leaving.
No, it's yeah. I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna play this song for you. And I'll tell you what, I'm never ever gonna get tired of that ever. You're gonna be hearing that all season, I guarantee you. Especially when he puts in a top level performance. There's a couple more things coming out from this in terms of the actual specifics of the deal. So Inter want to close the deal for Onana. They've dropped the fee below 55 million, possible fee 48 to 50 million euros. Plus bonuses from 5 to 3, depends on the guaranteed 48 or 50. Inter tries to climb a little bit more, but this is finalised basically. So obviously waiting for the whatchamacallit. Here we go. But Damarcio's announced it, so it's pretty much done. And I think it's literally a matter of time, whether minutes, hours, whatever it is, that we'll hear it from Fabrizio himself. So really, really happy with the deal. I can't wait to see him play in the team. I was trying to think, is there anything else we wanted to discuss about him? I mean, goalkeeper, he's obviously going to get the number one shirt. That isn't a conversation, is it?
What number does he wear at Milan? Is it 20 something, isn't it?
24, I think, or 27.
It's an unorthodox one, isn't it? I don't think it's
Yeah.
it's thingy, but yeah, I'm just happy to be sat in the stand singing that song. Even if I'm by myself, I'll be singing it, mate. So yeah. Steve Fence saying my new ringtone. Is Damartio as good as Romano?
Used to be.
He used to be, but when it comes to Italian reports, you can pretty much bank on it. Like, he's got very, very strong connects. He probably knows the direct agent of Onana. That's how close it is. So when he puts something out like this, him, Romano, and there's been another journalist who's been really good, Alfredo something. I can't remember the guy's name.
Alfredo
Padula. It is Alfredo Padula. Them three have been like concrete on this, as concrete as you can get. So if Damartio's saying that, it's done, Inter Milan have sold him to think it, you can basically. Otherwise, we're gonna look like idiots and have egg on our face. But Damartio, do you know what I mean? You can pretty much guarantee it.
Inter are preparing official bids to sign 2 goalkeepers now after selling Andre Onana. Jan Sommer from Bayern and Anatoly Trubin from Shakhtar. They'll bid for both and try and sign both. So.
RSV saying I don't see it on Twitter on Damartio accounts. Let me pull it up for you because
it's he's currently on like an Italian kind of news football kind of things. It's like on TV in Italy. It is where he revealed it. So it's somebody else has put out that he's actually said it. So he's not on his phone. They're tweeting it on his official account.
Brian Casey said, so will this make Heaton number 2? I think we're going to go after that Suzuki fella. I think we're going
I don't
to
want Heaton. I don't want Heaton as number 2 personally. I don't mind him.
Yeah, Suzuki's probably going to be the one who gets signed as the number 2. He'd probably be quite cheap. He's got an interesting style, apart from what I've heard. Very similar to Onana. I can't say I've watched the guy play because, honest to God, I'm not watching the Japanese league or the J League. So
that is probably a video for the members I'll do next week. I'll take a closer look at that and do a deep dive and what type of keeper he is, his capabilities, weaknesses, strengths, all that kind of stuff. So if that's something that people would like to see, then I'm happy to do it. And
do you think that? See that means Kovar's done then? Do you think Kovar?
I'd give. Even before Kovar played that 45 minutes yesterday, right? I said I would give him a chance because he just won the league with Sparta Prague. Is it Sparta Prague? And I don't know how regular they win the league. It could be like a Bayern Munich thing. I have no idea. But to go there as a youngster, be the number 1 keeper, win the league, like he has to have something about him. He looks like he's got a great personality, and that sounds like an Ollie comment, but I'm just saying, like, he seems like he's got that kind of maturity about himself. He's got great ability from what I've seen. He suits the style. So I'd give Kovar a chance personally, but obviously if they're looking quite close at this Suzuki guy, and for £5 million, it could end up being like a Brighton signing where you look back at it and you think, happy days. We spent $5 million there on a replacement.
I can't. Somebody made an approach for Heaton, didn't they? Luton. They made an approach for it, and United turned it down. So I assume we want to keep Heaton as like a backup choice.
Yeah, it'd be like the Grant role.
And with Kovar doing so well in Prague, like
maybe
Henderson on the way out, and then we're looking at the Suzuki kid. Maybe that makes sense for Kovar to go. I've not watched him, to be honest with you, so I don't know how good he is.
I rate him. I think
if he's won a league, then like that's great. He must be like some sort of decency because he's won a league. But yeah, AV Onana's coming for 25 million. With Onana in, Henderson definitely going out to Norwich. 20 to 20. He's not going to Norwich, mate. He's going to Nottingham Forest.
And also, we're not signing Onana for 25 million. Otherwise, that'd be fantastic. We could sell Henderson more than we could buy Onana for. That'd be the best business you've ever seen in your life.
Oh, he's clarified 50 Onana minus 25 for Dean. Yeah. But yeah, he's not going to Norwich. He's going to Nottingham Forest, not Norwich.
So. Yeah. As we mentioned at the start of the video, guys, we've got 40 years in the chat. Please do leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new around these parts, if you're buzzing about Onana. We're going to drop a video for the members if someone signs up tonight. If not, we'll drop it in the morning. It's absolutely fine. But if you want to watch that, then we can do that, and we'll leave the link in the bio and join the ever-growing kind of community that we've got. Yeah, lads, overall, happy, buzzing with it. One of the best ball-playing goalkeepers, I think, out there at the minute. He's still 27 years old. I'm not sure what the contract's going to be. I think the wages is going to be double what he's on now. So I think he's on like 70k. I think that's it at Inter Milan. So probably about, that's what he's on at Inter now.
Or no, that's what I heard for this United contract.
Yeah, somewhere
isn't
around
bad.
that kind of ballpark, which is
Mhm.
obviously nearly a third of what David De Gea was on. So that's significant in itself as well. The fact that his wages have gone off the bill. Onana's only going to be earning a third of that. You sell Henderson as well. It starts freeing up other things then, and then we can move on to the striker, which was going to be my last question for you. Adam, with Rasmus, 85 million. The reports coming out there, which is absolutely ridiculous. What do you do with that striker situation now, moving forward?
Look, it might sound bad, but I know we've been linked to it. Is it the Porto striker? I always
Rayman.
forget his name. Yeah, him and maybe get João Felix for the year. Look at the year and do that, and then get Harry Kane. Try and convince Harry Kane next year to join us then, and then you have I suppose, your number one target that we were supposedly going for at the start of the season. I wouldn't pay that much. We've been quite decent at negotiating, not taking crap off anyone. This window, it seems. So why throw that out the window? We're trying to build a reputation now. So 85 million, no. Tell them to toss it. Sure, they might be able to take some players on loan, but then quote them a ridiculous price then to take our players on loan if they want them. So I'd be looking, as harsh as it sounds, maybe a stopgate like that, but bring in two. We need two strikers, not one.
I'd love to hear everybody's opinion in the chat who's watching now. Striker, who'd you go for now with that? So that price tag with Rasmus Højlund, 85 million, absolutely outrageous. Yeah, Sam,
I love Evan Ferguson.
Oh yeah, you did mention Evan as well. Yeah, it'd be fantastic. Be a very hard deal to do though after that contract. I don't see it happening.
I think Evan Ferguson. I think we could chuck all the money in the world at Evan Ferguson, but I think Brighton probably want to keep hold of him for another couple of years at least. I know he's a United fan, I believe. Ferguson, so he might be looking at that in a couple of years. Maybe that's a deal we look at in like a season or two, and try and get him in. But I don't think we could go and get him this season, unfortunately. Gonçalo Ramos would be a good shout if Atalanta are wanting 85 fucking million for him. There's rumours that Gonçalo Ramos is available for about 69 million, 70 million, around that. So that could be a deal to be done, I suppose. But I think Adam's right. We need two strikers. So if we could get Gonçalo Ramos done and then maybe get João Felix on a loan, is that doable? Especially if we get a couple of people. If I don't see us selling Martial, unfortunately. Like, I wish we could, but I just don't see anybody buying him. But if we can get a couple of people out, maybe we can raise some money that way. João Felix, we've got a couple of wages off the bill, so then we can afford. I assume he's on astronomical wages, so we can afford his wages. So I think that'll be a decent deal to do. But we'll see what happens. It looks like Ten Hag is set on Rasmus Højlund. That seems to be the guy he wants. So we'll see what happens. But if they're wanting 85 million, walk away. It's just not worth it.
I feel like it's going to be 80 million for any of them. Gonçalo Ramos, Højlund, you're paying 100 mil for Kane. You're paying about 140 for Osimhen. Mawani is going to cost you about 80 to 100 million because Frankfurt don't need to sell. So
Osimhen's 100 plus.
Yeah, it's going to be very.
Has made a really, really good point there. Players who have come from Benfica typically are quite good. Like they don't miss that often. So maybe that's kind of player that we should be looking at.
I mean, I wanted Darwin Núñez. I know he's plays for Liverpool now, and I know he gets shit like we call him the South American Andy Carroll and all that kind of stuff. But I genuinely believe there's a player in there, and I think it's he'll come alive.
When he starts hitting the target, he is going to be fucking dangerous.
Deadly.
Because he gets in the right position every single time. He makes the correct runs. His touch is great, and he gets in the perfect position. His finishing is letting him down. As soon as he starts to learn how to finish, that's it. It's fucking game over. Like he's getting 25 goals in the season.
Look, this might be controversial because a lot of people talking about Taremi in the chat. I don't buy it. I'm sorry. I don't want to go buy a 30-year-old striker, £20 million, bring him in. I saw him in the World Cup for Iran. Scored a fantastic goal against us. Seen bits of him in the Portuguese league, but I'm not having him as. I'm sorry, but just for me personally, I'm not having him as a striker signing. If we bring someone in, if you want to get a Rasmus and then bring a Taremi in as well, I'm all for it. Absolutely, I'll do that. But I don't want him as the dominant.
He can't be our main number 9, can he?
I don't want it personally because that just stinks of Glazonomics to me, to be honest. But
I'll read out a couple of comments. What we got. Have a good night, lads. That's from Brav, but he's still here, so appreciate that, mate. Brian Casey will have 200% more new players on the plane for pre-season than we did last summer. Improvement, absolutely.
Yay.
Dan Harrington's saying go for Mawani. I like him. I think he's a decent player, but like he's going to cost the same amount, if not a little bit more, than Rasmus Højlund. So, Pravda saying, should we try for Balogun?
Balogun to get £50 million. Arsenal. It's and the French league as well. Like everyone's talking about. Even James said it before on the show. Like, and I respect his opinion, but he's saying he's got a lot of goals in the French league. So Lacazette scored 27 goals last season. Yeah. So what does that really mean?
Jonathan David did as well, didn't he? So
yeah,
25 goals. Brian Casey saying Gonzalo Ramos on Mawani. Brabrav saying Mawani 70, 80, Ramos around 60. I think you're going cheap there, mate. I don't think they go for that sort of level. Dan Everton's maybe try Sancho down the middle and go for Moussa Diaby from Leverkusen, 50 to 60 million euros. I don't think Sancho's got it as a striker. I just don't think he's got the ability to do that. Like, it's a nice idea, but yeah, I just don't think he's got the ability to do that. Imagine with Mount and Balogun, a big finger up to above Chelsea and Arsenal and finish above them. That'd be fantastic. I'm down with that. Hadif is saying Felix on loan. Yeah, I'd be all right with that. Cost the same amount, but yeah, better goal scoring record that from Dan Harrington. So yeah, that's the comments.
And how did Osman? I'll tell you how Osman went so silent because Napoli said 140 million and United went, that's not even our budget, mate. So yeah,
that's more than we have.
Ten Hag also wanted João Felix back in January. He did, but he was given Weghorst. So there's potentially a deal there to be done.
Where would he play, João Felix? Would he play him as a striker?
He played nearly like a false thing. He done what he done with Tadic.
Yeah, he's one of them. He could play multiple. He could play like a false 9. He could play a 10. He could play, right, left side. Very versatile player. But he scored against us as a striker, I believe, didn't he? When Lode
Atletico. Yeah, header. Yeah,
scored a header
against us. I think he was playing last season too with Chelsea.
Yeah. So I think he's a fantastic player. No, but I even thought, like, with all the turmoil and the bad environment at Chelsea, I still thought, like, he looked decent in moments. And I know he was fantastic for even Atletico Madrid in a system that doesn't suit him at all. So in a Ten Hag system, João Felix picking up them pockets, I'm all for it, mate.
Do you know what, as well? He must be a good player because Frank Lampard didn't pick him that much. And he knows. Fuck all. So if he's not picking him, he must be good. Whatever player that he's not picking, get them because Frank Lampard doesn't know shit.
Yeah. But we've got 2 in the door now, effectively. Mason Mount, Onana. I think that's a great start. We need a striker in. Ideally, I would like to go back in for a Kane if he's still available towards the end of the window. I think that'll be something that's done if the ownership is dealt with, but I don't think it will be. Maybe Amrabat as well as someone we look at towards the end of the window. And then, I don't know, there might be a niche kind of free signing out there, like a Rabiot. I know he can't sign Rabiot himself, but something like that that's out there that's available that we bring in that might surprise a lot of people. Or maybe it just be the ones that we've spoken about. So it's interesting.
Ryan Case saying Fat Frank bringing back. I don't even know if I've got the picture anymore. I don't know if I've still got it. I'd have to go looking for it.
Funny. That's so funny.
I don't even know if I've got it.
Times they just didn't expect it.
Surprised Bayern haven't tried for Osimhen as hard from Brabrav. Kane doesn't feel like a Bayern signing. Maybe not, but I think he fits perfectly to Bayern Munich, to be honest. I think he's an ideal player. He does fit.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like we might regret overpaying for Højlund. That's from Agaba. Yeah, I don't think we will overpay. It seems like we've set a new sort of precedent this season that we're just not going to overpay for players.
We said, didn't we? Sorry, just before we said like 44 goals, 15 of them was with the under-19s. He scored 9 in a season. 85 million. What are you smoking, mate?
No, not a
what
chance.
Are you smoking?
Vince Bullock saying Kane in January, I think. Yeah, maybe. And then Brian Casey's the picture, not the actual person. Yeah, I got you. Don't worry, mate.
Yeah.
Must be borderline suicidal playing under Simeone when you're an attacking player.
Absolutely. Shackles are on, mate. Don't you dare go past that fucking defenders. Yeah, honestly.
Jesus Christ. And then Prabrav, we need a better Fred McSauce combination. Yeah, definitely.
Amrabat will come in with that. Once we sell a Fred or a McTominay, which I do believe we'll sell one of them, then that can happen. But 2 deals done. Let's see what United do for the rest of them. Obviously, I was going to say, if anything else goes live,
I'll going live again. I'm not going live again.
It's 11. I mean, I might if it's fucking if we sign Harry Kane, then I'll go live.
Yeah.
I can promise you that. But obviously, there's going to be much more reaction to this. Romano might drop a here we go tonight. If not, it'll probably be in the morning. So yeah, I appreciate all you guys jumping in the chat at such a late hour. I imagine most of these have probably got work. So appreciate every single one of you. Do leave a like on the video for us if you haven't. Subscribe, and if you want to become a Real Red Ultra member to see that Onana video, click the join button next to the notification bell, or the link is in the description. I think Sam, it's in the description.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. And that'll be dropping very, very shortly. So appreciate every single one of you. Appreciate Adam and Sam coming on. Do you have any last words you want to share with the crowd?
Yeah, we've not had a membership thing, so you're gonna have to wait for tomorrow morning when I can put the video out because no member has joined. So sorry guys, you'll have to wait a bit.
What I'll be dropping for you is the Real Red Ultras in the morning. So Adam, any other last words?
Just Onana. What?
Play us out.
Yes, I can play us out. This is for all you guys, all you legends tuning in at such a late time, and this is what we're going to see you out with.